Alright, time to go back to New Game Plus, because I'm super excited to get back into this story. We played for a bunch earlier today, but I am getting pulled back into Endwalker because I just love it. We have done the first part of the Garlemald story. Yeah, we showed up to Garlemald. They super don't, like, everyone's tempered. We found some survivors. They didn't believe we were there to help them. Ran off into the cold and died. We had contact with the legatus running the one group that was left. And, super didn't want our help, put shock collars on the twins. We ended up helping them, and they instead tried to stab us in the back, but it turns out that their allies that they were expecting are not showing up, and in the process the legatus set his troops free and ended his own life. So now the people of his contingent are being guided back to the Eorzean camp. And that's where we left off. We're about to hit a bunch of cutscenes, and I believe the duty that I'm most looking forward to replaying all stems off of this. Because it's intense. It's a very intense part of the story. Tense, dark, and the most stressed I've ever been in my life. I'm so excited to do it again. But thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. If there's anyone lurking here, I do appreciate it. And let's get back into it a little bit. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water, but what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've quite enough already to deal with, between the tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and in so doing invite disaster. Sit down for a restful supper.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Leminson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged.
Sorry to pull you right out of the action, guys, but my mom's TV is so loud and I texted her 4 times and she's not answering me and I need to go yell at her because, dear God, I can hear every word. Okay, sorry about that. That was ridiculously loud.
The Grand Company of Eorzea. The Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
As do I.
I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
Interrupting this beautiful moment with a resub, but that's okay. Thank you very much, Sienna, for the 5 months. Enjoy your cute new emotes.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
This is a really nice moment we're having. It'd be a shame if the villains were to ruin it. They'd never do that. Never, ever. Because look, they have this beautiful flower that has changed color with the emotion in the air. That a zoom in on the radio? Only good things.
Thank you for inviting me today.
What? Emperor Varys?
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Yoink! Oh god, this part coming up is so good. Oh my god. I can't wait to be stressed. They nerfed the duty, so I'll probably be less stressed, but that's okay. I got to experience it at peak anxiety levels.
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken.
Sitting across the dinner table from Xeno Scalvus.
Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Put inside of the body of a Garlean soldier.
How does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo.
Yes, and I killed him.
His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
Give me back my body.
And permit you to go on a righteous rampage instead of partaking in this delicious meal? I think not. I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Ah, exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zosgalvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima.
Why, hello there, FF10.
It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Xenos don't give a fuck.
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone.
All of this chaos. All the trouble our friends have gone through. Just for us.
At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost her appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
There's my body.
Or together.
I was screaming at my television the first time this happened. The particular Russian I need to get a screenshot of.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
This part, I was literally screaming at my television for that fuckhead to get out of my body. I could not believe they did this. This is the most stressed I've been in the past several years, was this section right here of a video game. And I'm talking about like in my whole life.
There it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here, or run if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
And so here we are, in the body of a generic Garlean soldier. The literal rank and file that we shred through on the daily. Whose rampart icon is literally the old icon for the fight, the move. That's how crappy they are. With 7,900 hit points. Time to familiarize yourself with that new body. Might I suggest a little fight to the death?
Not bad at all.
That one fight
Given your
almost
diminished
killed us.
capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
Tempered Imperialist breathed his last. The unfortunate soldier was carrying a medical kit. Now I have to make it from where we are to Camp Broken Glass with minimal confrontations and limited abilities as this generic unknown Imperial. Salvaging medical kits. And investigating for supplies as possible. Here is the Magitech, but I need to find the identification key and the fuel. Which I don't fucking remember what they are. Why would I? Alright. Oh, here we go. Wounded Imperial. You've not been turned, thank goodness. I thought I was the only one left. Ugh, the bastards got my hand when they took down the Magitech Reaper. You can repair its leg, though. It should still work. Here, take this key. If it's run out of ceruleum, you'll be able to find some more in the wreckage. I don't remember where the wrecked Magitech with the ceruleum is, though. And that is kind of important. Yeah, this duty actually got nerfed. It was too hard for the majority of players back when Endwalker was first released. Oh, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Okay. Oh, just don't turn around. Just don't do it, don't do it. Here we go. Wrecked Reaper. Nope. The claws see me, it's fucking game over. Please go away. Oh, this is already... I'm already stressed again. Gonna have to dodge around. Oh, I can't. Oh, that slasher. Yep, there's no way in hell. Okay. Nope. Okay, okay. Oh, there I got. Okay, yep, okay. Nope. We're just gonna kite him over here. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, this duty has been on my mind for since it came out. I really want to write something for this, but I wanted to replay it with my own character and have the footage. This sparked a lot of thoughts on different stuff. Medical kit? No, I need ceruleum. Oh, fuel concealing wreckage. Fuel concealing wreckage. Hello. Hello, wreckage. I would like your fuel. Alright. Claw, claw, claw. Oh no. Just gonna keep running. Hopefully it de-aggroes. Claw, 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 claw. The claw has seen me. I've been seen by a claw and it's not de-aggroing. Oh, and I dropped the tank. Oh, okay, de-aggroed. Okay, okay. Okay. I'm not stressed, you're stressed. No, no, no. You stop that. You stop running. You there, please. Help us. What was that voice? They found us! Get ready! My last medical kit. I might die. Nope, okay, yeah. That's supposed to happen. Alright. Whew. Unable to escape the blast, you begin to lose consciousness. I accidentally hit my countdown somehow. Stop hitting the hyper in. I don't know how that's happening. Crawl to safety and regain consciousness. Last of your strength, crawl to Camp Broken Glass.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Look at that fucker slow walking up to them.
Case closed.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But... Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Wham! Get away from them, you bastard!
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I have yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, though. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay, predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, and then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. She's awake.
Everyone all right?
Perfectly fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good. But I won't promise the same for Van Daniel and Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days or no, this ends now. Are you well enough to make your report? He hijacked my body, yo! I'm not okay! This anima was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varus. Was their depravity know no bounds? It seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that the wave of ether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the primal lurking within it. A primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If you were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telophoroi's machinations. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Leveilleurs, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Thancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered and enemy magitech. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus do we propose dividing our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. The divisionary force will be comprised of the Ishgardian, Gridanian, and Leminzan delegation. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telophoroi believe we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited of our Alamegan, Uldan, and Eastern comrades will use a different method of ingress. Look here. The faculty marked in red is the Enceladium, a vast magitech manufactory in ruins now, of course. But the freight tunnel connecting it to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. While the Telophoroi's attention is elsewhere, our infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. It can carry their material, it can carry us too, providing we sneak aboard unseen. Scions will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Van Daniel and Xenos. It's time we ended this, once and for all. Aye, there will be no more casualties of the Telophoroid's maniacal ambition. How quickly can we enact this plan? Van Daniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Of paramount concern, even, assuming he didn't name the Tower Babel on a whim. In Amon's time, it meant Gateway of the Gods. Zande used it to refer to a void gate, but in this case, it almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of primals. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You are to proceed north to the Forum Patens. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. And this will lead us up to dungeon number 2, the Tower of Babel. I think that will be what we play through. Kind of go from dungeon to dungeon in today's progress. So we'll do this and then play a little bit of After the Dungeon up to a good stopping point. Listen to this triumphant music. Ooh, that's an A rank. Kingy A rank tree. Liana, the way into the tunnel is clear. We've made sure of it. Then we best get in there before we freeze. Especially you. Oh, the shoe will be on the other foot once we're in. Believe me, you. A good fight should warm us right up. Barely enough cloth to swaddle a newborn. Little you have spent too long around this feral dog of a Dothal. Watch your tongue, fool, lest I feed it to the crows. We will see who's the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and my Nama alone. Should I be blessed to meet her this day. As if any woman of worth would wish to be warmed by you, little son. If you find such a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious flame. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I have plenty to spare. As do we. A battle ready, yo. Squad form up. Hello, everyone. All set for battle, I see. Yes. Free of unnecessary encumbrances, if rather more susceptible to the cold. Let us review our strategy quickly, if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead into the Enceladium. We are to meet them there. We wait until the Tempered's attention is drawn by our divisionary force. Then we sneak onto the train. Next stop, the Tower of Babel. If any, Tempered included, are injured, we Zayla will tend to them. You Scions must press on no matter what. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground, so we'll need to make our own way to the Enceladium. See you there. Hail! It's good to see you, Kinliana. We heard that you collapsed, but were given only the most cursory explanation. I'm glad you've recovered, and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you will have heard, we've secured the way in. Some few are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Lente's Tears will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. Station is right this way. Tread lightly now. This is everyone. Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Time to go. Our primary objective is, of course, the Telophoroid's leaders. But should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the towers, destroying it will deliver our allies from the Telophoroid's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garlean people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ascian, or anything else. Hear, hear. There's been enough of that. We came here to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do. Together. Till the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. The squad. The Tower of Babel, now accessible. Alright. What squad we bringing? I think this is it. This do be the squad. The girls. The girls plus Alfino. I can technically use these dungeons on my alt classes to level up, but the immersion, man, got to stay Paladino through and through, except for when I'm doing hunts.
Now or never.
Alfino is basically a girl. You're not incorrect. We'd better clear the train of threats before we arrive, or things could get nasty. Quickly but calmly. Alpino's also really bad at his job. This is one pack. Come on, bud. You can do it. slowing down. Our destination must be close. Here to the tempered. To be tempered, no doubt. Look, captives, help me free them. We may leave them in our care. A moment's reprieve. From here onwards, we should split into 3 groups to divide their attention. What is that supposed to be? My beautiful little boy will keep this tower free of vermin. Or he'll kill you. Ouch, what are you doing, you foolish boy? The vermin are over there! The Iron Man's contraptions were no match for the sun. That's nice, Magma. Going up? What could they possibly need such an enormous lift for? Enemies in here? So our paths diverge, then let us see who gets there first. I know that feeling, the same as the Tower of Zot. Magitech? No, wait. That's something far worse. Indeed, the ether of a living being.
You cannot stop us!
I will not hold back.
I have you now.
Go! I shall deal with these whelps. So, Sadu, Magnai, and Lys remain behind to deal with the foes. We are heading in the right direction. What gave it away? The creepy bone elevator? Does feel like a pretty good giveaway. There's the boy. Is that Varus? Primal, summoned by the Garleans themselves. Oh, Alize, don't stand there. Silly goose, you were in such a good spot. Now you're gonna get slammed by claws over and over. Falfino's turn. Oh, and she backflipped into it again. Silly AI. Trust dungeons. Pulling one pack at a time because these trust healers have a terrible time keeping up. Nice, relaxed pace. You can pull bigger in trust dungeons, but, you know, why bother? Oops. That was me wasting a confiteor. Anima, because FF10 follows me everywhere I go. Icon of icons, Anima. Anima begins feeding on soul.
You underestimate me.
A horrific roar tears the fabric of reality. We get to hang out with Under Anima. The Overdrive boy.
have you!
I have you now.
This is going to leave a mark.
Gestola stealing the LB from Alize. Good for her. Alize is typically on that shit.
I have you now.
Glory, glory, glory be. Take our little splat. Oh yeah, those guys were weird. The rest of the squad. Imperial Dark Knight. It might be. Oh, I think my Dark Knight's only 81. Yeah, my Dark Knight's that high level. Alright.
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
This madness ends here.
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
Enough!
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Some manner of magical defense? Kryl? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine! No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thralls. Should the Empire fall, the world must share her fate. Of course, Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman! You monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and they're powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
I have asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
I'm the one Xenos wants. Garlemald's fate is in your hands.
You're going alone? You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours. Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
They just casually talk about going to the moon, like, you know, whatevs, man. To the moon! Away! If all the tempered are affected, Julius and his comrades likely put up quite the struggle. We'll find a way to save them, we must. I only pray that we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry you to victory. My apologies, I was lost in thought. This device is of Allegan design, which lead me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. But let us turn to the task at hand. As Heidelin said, the flow of ether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. We must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal before Xenos and Fandaniel arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll make up the difference. Know that whatever awaits, our prayers are with you. Now go, beyond the sky. To the moon! FF4 intensifies.
Long, long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
You, with me, Heidelin's champion. We really do be on the moon. When did that wind-up Sid show up? Go away, wind-up Sid. We'll go a little bit further. I don't want to go too much further. It is almost 11 on a workday, unfortunately. But we went dungeon to dungeon. We'll find a good stopping point here. I return. I must return. Why? 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 Home. I want. I need. You mustn't touch. In Cerulean halls, find me. God, the dragons finally started speaking English, but unfortunately the ancients still don't know how to do that. No steps echo through this looming spire, save your own, but you nevertheless sense a presence above. There he is. Vision of the eldest and most powerful of primal. Apologies. I've been preoccupied for quite some time, and am out of practice at conversation. Ever since this moon was created by Hydaelyn, I have served as an integral part. I am the Watcher. I am responsible for the prisoner and the devices that hold him fast. Zodiark himself, a projection of the moon's core. Though rent asunder by Hydaelyn, he grows more powerful with every rejoining. 7 there have been, 7 too many. And yet, for all his servants' machinations, he remains incomplete. The fallen are beyond salvation. No attempt would be made to free Zodiark, not until he is whole once more. But someone has taken action. The shackles that hold him nearly shattered. 6 locks his jail, great and grand. Gargantuan swords driven deep, brands to bind Zodiark forevermore. 5 were destroyed by his would-be liberator. 1 of these I have restored. I strive to mend the remaining 4, but my efforts are being impeded. Souls sacrificed to summon Zodiark, their manifestation consequence of the waning seal. They labor in opposition to my work. They must be expelled for the preservation of all. Keeping Zodiark imprisoned is the right thing to do. I will aid you. What is good and right? Ask 1,000 souls and receive 1,000 answers. I offer none. I am the Watcher and the Jailer. I am not the Judge. Know this. Hydaelyn commands the forces of stasis, and this moon is the product of such power. So long as Zodiark remains imprisoned in this place, no more sacrifices will be made in his name, nor will those souls rendered up to his name fade into oblivion. Go, meet with these wandering spirits. Do what you think is right. I think that is a good narrative spot to end it. Before we get too much deeper into the moon and all that it entails. That was a good day of 10. 10. Yep, 10. This is FF10, everyone. It's because I just fucking fought Anima. Good day of 14. Split into 2 pieces, but we got from dungeon to dungeon done. We, yes, last time had done the Tower of Zot and just started the next bit, and here we just finished up the Tower of Babel. I really wanted to replay this part, because I really want to write about that duty where Xenos hijacks your body. That gave me a lot of feelings. And yes, I am a filthy fanfic writer, and I will write it someday. Someday! I realized that I half lied. I said that that was the part I was most looking forward to replaying. That was the duty I was most looking forward to replaying. There is one zone of the game that is more I'm looking forward to more than that, because it's fantastic. And I have a lot of feelings about it that I need to relive. But that will be it for me tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. As always, I hope you enjoyed your lurks and the stories involved here. I will highlight, as always, tomorrow is Monday, and I don't believe we are doing a raid day, so I will stream something. I don't know what. I might keep going with this, because I'm really, the Endwalker bug. This story, it just, like I said, it just keeps going. It goes hard and strong, and the moon is a little bit slower, but we get some really good stuff. Like I said, there's just one zone that I cannot wait to replay. Phenomenal. So, tomorrow will be something. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the resubs. Everyone enjoy your cute Kinliana emotes. I love them. I'm glad that people seem to like them as well. And I hope you have a fantastic evening.